Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you to my returning subscribers, really do appreciate you. So let's get into your reading today. I actually started this video before I was really ready, so I didn't get everything out that I needed. So I am going to be using today, because I am in Wales, I'm going to be using my Llewellyn cards. They are Welsh cards. There are places in Wales that are on those cards, so yeah. You may recognise some of them if you do know the area at all. So let's just see where your energy is right now, where you are today. Record keeper. Okay, so somebody may be journaling at this time. You may be writing things down, and what I'm getting from this is somebody's realising some patterns going on in their life. So even if you're not writing things down, you're recognising a repeat, a pattern repeat. What happened there? Something that keeps occurring, and you're starting to recognise this keeps happening, this keeps reoccurring. So we're going to get into what this is about, because there's a feeling of wanting to gain clarity and balance, yet you don't seem to be able to get that. Let's see what your rune's talking about today. Okay, we have Mana, so like we were saying about, you know, you're becoming very aware of what's happening in your life around you, and of the role that you play. You're also aware of how you're feeling emotionally as well. There's a want for your emotions to flow, you know, rather than feeling stuck, feeling trapped in that energy. And this is, I feel, for many of you, you needing to have a lot of courage and strength to make some kind of transformation in your life that you're looking for, because you don't want to keep this pattern keep emerging in your life. You don't want it to keep happening, and it feels like you've got an opportunity for this to actually stop. It's like you've hit an opportunity, but it does require determination, strength. It could feel a bit like treading through treacle at this time. And you know it is a need to release emotionally. And you're becoming very aware of how something is making you actually feel. And perhaps that's new for you. Perhaps you're not used to feeling that way. So what is this current situation? Okay, so for some of you, this could be to do with a past relationship or something that you've ended or broken up from. This card can sometimes come out when there's been an ending to a relationship, and that may be what this repeat kind of feeling is that you're getting. It's sort of where perhaps if you've been hurt many times, perhaps you're starting to think to yourself like, well, I don't want to go into anything that is going to be the same as that. Maybe you're thinking, you know, the past few relationships or the past few things I've been doing have kind of made me feel the same way, or I'm seeing the same pattern emerging from it. So what is the challenge with this? Okay, the challenge is about communication and a want to communicate yourself clearly. It's like you want to kind of cut through how maybe you haven't been able to communicate, especially on an emotional level previously. And there's a real desire to bring that forward. The Knight of Swords is very much kind of like a very hasty decision that's being made, and it's almost like you feel if you don't do this now, if you don't rush with this decision, that you're going to miss an opportunity or you're going to lose out or something. And this could actually break a pattern, break a chain. So for instance, for some of you, this could be about like, maybe you normally end relationships, and it feels like this could actually be representing the things that have ended. But maybe now you're sort of like, actually, what if I don't let this go? What if I actually sort of, and yeah, it feels like a very hasty, fast decision. So is that a good thing, or is that not such a good thing? So if you're watching this video, maybe you're thinking of making this particular decision and you're unsure, and that's why you're watching this video. Let's see. Is it good to have that hasty decision? Four of Cups in reverse. there's something here about you not wanting to regret something, because it feels like there could be a repeating pattern which you've regretted in the past, and you don't want to be in that position again of regret, is what I'm feeling from that. What else do we have? This is a burden to you, it's a struggle to you. It feels like it's really a difficult situation that you're in at this time. So what do you need to focus on then for this? What do you need to focus on at this time? Okay, we've got the Six of Swords. So the focus on this time is about things being calm, to make things clear. You know, fighting and trying to get points across, that kind of thing, it doesn't work. It's not going to work here. This is about you kind of, you know, just being in charge of yourself. You know, you are responsible for you. You're not responsible for anybody else. It's like you do you and allow somebody else to do themselves. And the way that you're transitioning, if you are meant to reconcile here, or if you're meant to sort of make things right again or put things back together again, then it will kind of come together. You know, it's about, that's what Lagos is here for. It's about going with the flow, allowing that flow of energy, not being too hasty in the decision making is what I'm feeling from this. There is something about making a transition, so doing something different to what you would normally, how you would normally respond. Do we have anything else for what to focus on here? There does seem to be a lot to do with communication, or wanting to communicate something important at this time. Now that might be you yourself, or somebody wanting to communicate something important to you. Yeah, we've got strength on there, which goes really well with Uruz. So this is about having the courage. There does seem to be a lot in here about like fast action, about wanting to sort of grab something and pull it near to you, because it's almost like, I don't want to say the word fear, but it's almost like there is a fear of losing something that you've regretted in the past, or you've been in this situation before and you've regretted letting go of something, and you're in this position now of sort of like, you need to have some courage, you need to make a bold move of some form, but it's about watching that you don't make a hasty decision. There may be a need for some kind of, you know, this is usually like success, victory over your opponents. Okay, so whatever it is, this situation on here, you are going to, whatever you're looking for, the outcome for it, it is available to you. Okay, you're not going to lose out, you're not going to miss out. It will go in your favour. But what is it that you fear to lose? Ooh, dropped everything. Okay, well, we've got Queen of Pentacles coming out on here. So there's something here about something that you feel gives you some kind of purpose or role, that kind of stabilizes you and is very nurturing towards you. Maybe that's why it's something that you fear to lose, because it feels very, it connects you to a part of yourself. And I feel like that could be the emotional part of yourself, like the feminine energy. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's that nurturing feminine, that like mothering kind of energy, but in the way of sort of stability and taking responsibility, knowing the role of, you know, the nurturer, that kind of thing. It's bringing a lot of healing to you. Yeah, and you're struggling to let it go. You don't want to let it go. You want to keep hold of it. Okay, so what is the future of this for you? Got the Seven of Pentacles just flew out there. So the future of this is actually, if you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to assess the situation, in a different kind of way to how you normally would, this can grow. It can grow fruits of your labour. There's a lot to learn from this, being this way actually, is sort of like, instead of going about things how you normally would, is doing something in a different way to how you normally would, okay? And again, we got that on there. It's like, there's something very fortunate about this that you don't want to let go of, you don't want to lose. What is your advice here? We have death. So your advice here is there's a need for a rebirth. There is a need for the ending of a cycle to begin a brand new one. Okay, there's an opportunity here for a complete cycle to be collapsed, for a complete cycle to be broken. But it means changing the pattern, changing how you would normally go about things. But the King of Cups on the bottom, so there is somebody holding back emotion here, not allowing, maybe holding back on love and support. So just be aware of like defensiveness, of sort of like keeping everything held back. Somebody wants to release a lot of emotion here, but is afraid to do that. Just for 11:11 on the clock there as well. What other advice do we have for you? What do you need to do at this time? What would help you the most right now? 8 of Pentacles, yeah, work on it. Hard work, keep working on this. The more effort you put in here, the greater the rewards are going to be. There's an end to games, an end to just, yeah, people being uncertain. And there is the energy of you being able to manifest here what you want. You know, you can actually put some of the skills that you have actually to the test. What have you learned so far, and what can you bring forward from those lessons? So these steps here, these are like all the lessons that you've been learning to bring you to this point where you're like, right, I've got all the tools I need. So let's make this work. Let's make this be what I want it to be, how I need it to be. And it all comes down to bringing truth, clarity, integrity. You know, it's like whatever you want to flow with, whatever you want to align with, you're becoming aware of what your needs truly are. There's a need for truth, integrity. 6 of Cups. You're really going over things. There's a lot of patterns I feel that are reminiscent of the past. And you've started to recognise, like, hang on a minute, this keeps happening. And it's very similar to the last time it happened. And you want to make a change to that. And you've got an opportunity to make a change to that right now. You know, you're sick of feeling on your own on this. Yeah, you're sick of feeling lack. You're sick of feeling like you don't have enough to offer, or that you're not receiving enough as well. But you've made a realisation of like, it has to come from me. Only I can make the changes. Only I can do from my end what I need to do, you know. And all will become clear. Just don't be reckless with this. Don't be reckless. What about your environment right now? What's your environment all about? Okay, so the Hanged Man. So there is in your environment right now a need to really surrender to what's going on around you. A need to take a different perspective, you know, seeing things from a different point of view. That's going to help you to break this cycle. That's going to help you to realise how to change the pattern. Slowing things down as well, you know. No hasty, quick decisions. What else do you need to know? King of Wands. Okay, now this came out in the reverse position, so there is a little bit of a lack of confidence here, a feeling of insecurity I'm getting. So what is that insecurity that you have in there? Okay, something about almost like feels like somebody feels like they're running out of time, and patience, because these patterns keep occurring, and you're sort of like, what is this? Why does this keep happening? Why, you know, it might be different faces, different places, but it's the same pattern, and you're recognizing that. but there's a real need to sort of just slow down and take a look around, you know, awareness, observing the situation, not going back down the same rabbit hole as you have done many times before, because that's what you're feeling right now. And what that's making you feel is to want to retreat, when right now is actually a time of just standing firm with Uruz. Okay, so you do need rest though as well. I've got a feeling that somebody needs to take a little bit of time to rest. There is an energy around, you're starting to understand a pattern around relationships, and you're very keen to create some kind of serendipity, some kind of harmony and peace within your relationships. But there is this energy of sometimes there's a little bit of naivety with romance, that kind of thing. And that's something that you want maybe, but things happen fast and then it becomes difficult to deal with. We have the Knight of Cups on the bottom there as well. So yeah, there's definitely something about like romanticizing or fantasizing about a particular situation in your life. But then when it comes to a certain point of reality, it's difficult to maintain. So let's see what we have for you, hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears at this time? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position here is, straight away what I got from this is hopes and fears is about, it's something about commitment. It's something about, you know, codependency, or, and no, actually it's something about somebody not being available anymore. Of like, you know, whereas when it's this way up, it would have been about somebody being single, somebody glowing up, somebody, you know, being self-made, running their own show, that kind of thing. Whereas in this position, it's almost like a fear of being on your own, fear of sort of being single, or fear of like not having somebody there to kind of nurture you. You want to be proud of something, you want triumph in something, you want to move forward in a positive way. We've got that Five of Swords again on the bottom. It's like you want to win as well on this particular situation. You want to put things right is what I'm getting as well. You want things to be right. So what is the situation here? Hopes and fears. That Six of Wands come out, yeah. So definitely this is what you're hoping for, is triumph here, is a way forward and being able to be proud of yourself and proud of what you are doing and where you're at, okay? Oh, and we've got Lovers on the bottom of there as well. So it's sort of like there is some kind of connection here that is feeling powerful, that feels like it kind of draws you in, and you're starting to feel like that's that decision that you're having to make about whether you want that or not. So what is your outcome here? What is your outcome? What's that called? Okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles as the outcome, which is a good sign. This is a good sign. This is about commitment. This is about long term. This is stability as well. So I feel like this is kind of like a wish fulfillment. You want this kind of stability in all areas of your life, you know, and it is coming. And it starts with breaking that pattern that seems to be a reoccurring thing and that you've become aware of. It's allowing you now to understand things on more of an emotional level. And you've got determination there. There is determination and strength to move forward on that. But it's just, don't make any hasty decisions right now. Slow it all down. Slow it all right down. So we have the Emperor as well. So this is putting you in a place of power, of standing in your power, of feeling like you've won the game almost, you know. It's like that feeling of like I've got everything that I need. This is the King of Kings. It contains all of those elements of every king, and that's balanced, that's healthy. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you, then please do get in touch. My details are down in the description box if you want to book in for a personalised reading. Yeah, and I will speak to you very soon. Have a blessed day.